The Supreme Court's draft opinion is drawing reaction across the country, including right here in Oregon.
As you saw with those demonstrations, and Fox 12's Connor McCarthy joins us live now outside of a Planned Parenthood clinic in Beaverton to tell us how this draft opinion will impact politics in our state. Connor?
Well, Pete and Nora, though this is just a draft opinion, it does give Americans a window into how the highest court in the land will rule on abortion rights. Now, Fox 12's political analysis says that abortion rights is very protected here in the state of Oregon, but he does say the conversation around abortion will change in Oregon's politics. An unprecedented leak of a Supreme Court justice's draft opinion on abortion rights is leaving many wondering what's next in our corner of the country.
This is hugely important. It's going to shape not only the health care that people get, the lives that are impacted, but it'll directly affect sort of our politics in the country and here in Oregon.
John Horvick is the Senior Vice President at DHM Research, an independent, nonpartisan research firm. He says if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade this summer, Oregon will feel an impact politically.
It will recenter where the political conversations are, and then therefore who might run, what sort of issues are most important to voters, and then it's difficult to predict from there what happens.
For years, the state has protected the right to an abortion. Most recently in 2017 with the passage of the Reproductive Health Equity Act that expanded a woman's access to abortion services. Horvick says because of the long history of protecting abortion rights, the topic isn't high on voters' priority list.
Broadly speaking, I think Oregon is more pro-choice than pro-life. But there's lots of caveats around that, like, for how many weeks into a pregnancy, under what some specific conditions, politics for a long time.
Why is abortion such an emotionally charged political topic in our country?
From a polling perspective, we're talking about life, we're talking about autonomy, we're talking about healthcare, we're talking about gender, and all these things are core to our emotions and core to our values, core to our beliefs. And I'd say just perhaps because it touches so close to those values and emotions and beliefs that we've ended up at a place where we're pretty divided on it.
Well, Pete and Nora, Planned Parenthood says that they're expecting a 234% increase of women out of state coming to our region looking for abortion services. They do cite an Idaho trigger law that would ban abortions if Roe v. Wade is overturned this summer. Now, they do have a proposed clinic in Ontario, Oregon, on the border with Idaho, but so far that isn't open yet. But they do say that will be a resource from women in rural communities and out of state looking for abortion services.
And Connor, we know the primary elections are right around the corner. Did Horvick say anything about how this might impact them?
Well, Nora, he says that the leak is just too close to the primaries here in Oregon. He does say that if this leak happened a month ago, you might be seeing more candidates, more campaigns readjusting their narrative to talk about this issue. But he did say with the general election, candidates will most likely talk about this. When it comes to Democrats, they will rally their base out of a fear of loss with this possible case being overturned. But when it comes to Republicans, he says that most likely they will kind of distance themselves from having this conversation about abortion rights just because Oregon is just very pro-choice, and it has been for such a long time. Pete and Nora.
All right, Connor, thank you.